Okay, class, I'm going to demonstrate how to get your photos off your camera and onto your computer. So, I just got back and I have my camera and I took some photos. If I press this little small arrow, it shows me my photos, and I can move back and forth on here on this small little circular dial, left or right, and it'll show me my photos. If I want to press that again, it'll go back to that. But I need to get them off my card. So I'm going to turn my camera off, and down here on the bottom I have a small little compartment where the battery is. I open that up and my SD card is in there. I push on this and it comes out. And here's my SD card. It's writing on one side, and you can see it has the metal collectors for the data on that one end. Okay? Some of the cameras have them on the bottom. Some of them have them on the side. So this one, if I open the battery, it doesn't have the card in there. The card is on the side. And the way to open that is I just push on it with my thumb, and then the card comes out like that. Okay? So some of the cameras are different. But to get it on my computer, let's say I went here and I made a new folder. I right click and I say digital photo. And I'm going to grab one of these. This is an adapter. I have them in a box on the shelf up there. I'll show you where they're at. And I take my SD card out of my camera, and this goes in the bottom of here. Now this has writing on it, and so does this. And you would think that they would match up like that, but it's actually the opposite. I need to have the writing go in this way, opposite of this writing. And this only has writing on one side. And that goes in. I turn my computer around, and I have some slots right here, and I'm going to put this into that slot like that. Turn this back around. Once I have that in there, you'll see that right up here in the top right corner it says no name, and that's my SD card in there. Also, if I go down to Finder and double click on that, and I open this up, and I told you yesterday that you'll find everything on your computer over here on this left side. You'll also see that it says no name right here, and it has a little arrow next to it. That's actually my card. So I can double click on either this icon there, or I can double click on this icon here. Either one. So I'm going to double click on this one up here, and it opens up this. You'll see two folders in there. One will say DCIM and miscellaneous. I double click on the DCIM, and then it opens up two more folders, and it has 100 Canon and EOS miscellaneous. I want the Canon because that's what I shot on. Double click on that, and there's my 3 photos that I took just right now outside. I want to put them on my computer, so I'm just going to left click with my mouse and drag them across all 3 of them so that I have them all selected. Then I need to put my cursor, right, my arrow, right on top of one of them. And then I right click with my mouse and I say copy. Then I'm just going to go to my desktop folder that I made, which is right here. Or I can just click on desktop right here, and there's my folder also. I'm going to double click on that, and then I'm going to right click and say paste 3 items. And there's my photos. Now they're in my folder. I'm good. Before I finish though, I want to clear that card out or format the card. The way I do that is I'm going to go to Finder and get the card this way this time. I showed you how to double click on it here. If I double click on it right here where it says no name, it also opens those two folders. Double click on DCIM, double click on Canon. I'm going to make another selection around with them, except this time I'm going to right click and I'm going to say move to trash. Okay? So I can do that and they'll disappear and go into my trash. I can also, if you feel like it, you can just drag them down to the trash can on the right bottom and say go. And then I'm going to empty my trash. I'm going to make sure I empty it right in that corner so that, and it asks me, are you sure? And I'm going to say, yes, empty that trash. And now that card is empty. Okay. And now I'm ready to eject it. So I can eject it two ways. I can come up here and right click and say eject no name. Or I could come down here to Finder and there's that little arrow there. I can just click on that arrow. And now it's gone, and it's gone there. Okay. Then I would simply just turn my computer around, pull out my SD card with this adapter, right? I always want to make sure I eject it before I pull it out the back though. I'm going to grab my card out of there. I'm going to grab my camera and put my card back in there, make sure I put it in the right way. A lot of times people try to force that in, or they put it in upside down. You don't want to do that. It'll get stuck in there. And Mr. Mick will make you get it out with a pair of pliers or tweezers. Close that up. If I turn this on again, and I hit this button now, it says there's no image. So I can check my camera to make sure that when I give it back, that card is formatted. And formatted just means I've cleared it. Okay, that's it.